What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Rob, and in today's video we're going to be going over how to design high converting emails within Canva so you can upload them into your Klaviyo account and you can get started designing and producing emails right away. Now, there are many ways to design these emails. You could do them in Photoshop, in Canva, but for today we're just going to do them in Canva because that's the easiest. It's free, and quite frankly I still use it, and I think you can use it too. So let's get right into it, and I'll see you guys in the computer. With that being said, make sure you give this video a like, subscribe, and comment, and let me know what other kind of videos you'd like to see. I'm looking to produce around 2 videos per week, and I want to make sure that I'm producing something that you guys would like to see, whether that's anything within Klaviyo, email marketing, you name it, I got you. Just make sure that you leave a comment down below, and let's get right into the video. Okay, perfect. So let's get right into it. Let's start designing a high converting email that you can use within your Klaviyo account, so you can start sending emails out and you know what steps to take. In this video we'll go over how to design it in Canva, and then I'll show you how to upload it into Klaviyo to make sure all the formatting is right, how to add links, things like that. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to log on to Canva, sign in, and it'll bring you to a page that looks similar to this. Next, you want to go in this top right corner and you're going to want to create a design. So you'll just want to click on custom design, and then the dimensions that you're going to start off is going to be 1000 pixels by 5000. Oops. 1000 pixels by 5000 pixels. Now this might be, your email might be a little bit smaller than this, but you can just go ahead and cut it off when you bring it into your Klaviyo account. So we'll go ahead and create that design, and then we are left with this blank page. So we have a full blank canvas to start working on. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take a random e-commerce brand that I saw online, and I'm just gonna design them a quick, maybe it's a campaign, a product launch, and I'll show you, the steps I take to go ahead and go about that. So the first thing that we're gonna wanna do is we're gonna wanna bring in their logo. So let me go ahead and grab this logo. So this logo is white. So what I wanna do is I wanna make this background black. So we're gonna go here, and we're just gonna select black. And then we're using this company called Bolt and Arrow. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna resize. This is pretty sized well right now, but you're gonna make sure there's a little bit of gap at the top and at the bottom, and that it looks clean and ready to go. Like you can add other tags here, whether that's links to other sites. You can do that within Klaviyo, but typically I actually like to keep it clean and simple with just a single logo as the header. Next, we're gonna want to throw in some text, something that grabs their attention, and then we will go ahead and throw in a quick image. So let's see, you're gonna go over here to text, and you just want to select a heading. For this one, I'm going to use Horizon font. And since this is gonna be a product launch, I'm gonna have this say the weight. The weight is over ... So it's kind of building up a little bit of hype. Maybe they're just launching this new product. So this doesn't fit, so we're gonna have to resize scale this. So what you can do up here is you can lower the font size. I like to drag this in a little bit, and once we get our image in here, this will look a little bit better. We'll just leave it like that for now. Make sure it's all centered. And then next what we're going to do is we're going to want to insert an image. So the basic format that I like to use is pretty simple. It's a image, and it basically funnels in to the middle to your call to action. So you have some text, an image, and it slowly creates almost like a triangle that funnels into the middle. The best email marketers use this. It's really simple to use. Sometimes you can get really complex with how you design these emails, but I like to keep it fairly simple when just starting out. So what we'll go ahead and do is we'll go select an image from their website and we'll bring it over. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, and we're just gonna paste this image in here. There we go. I kind of like how it's a little, that looks pretty good actually. So we'll just leave this right here. I kind of do want this image to overlay a little bit on this picture. So what this is, they are selling these sunglasses. So this is going to be actually, let's bring this up. I kind of like it like that. We'll leave it like this. So what we want to do is we can position it to the back, so that's over the top. And what we could even do for here is, you know, it is a little big, so let's bring it down a tad. Okay. Sometimes what I like to do is you can play with the opacity a little bit and bring that down so it kind of blends into the image. It almost looks like it was part of it. So we'll bring it down a slight bit. Now let's just zoom out. Okay, so that's what we're working with. Now, what I would recommend is adding maybe, you know, what the product is. So let me just do a quick search and see, you know, what the name of this product is. Okay, so the name of these glasses are called the Defender series. So this is going to be an email that's a product launch for their new Defenders series, let's say. So what you're going to want to do is we want to keep the text the same font, everything. So we can just Control C, Control V, copy that. Let's bring it right over here. Let's put in the Defender series. I think that looks good. I think it could be a tad bigger. Let's have it sit right there. There we go. Actually, yeah, that looks good. Okay, next we want our call to action. So since this is a product launch, a new product coming out, we're going to want them to shop now or buy now. So we're going to create a new a button so that they can click on it. It'll direct them to the product page. So what we can go ahead and do is on this left hand side, go ahead and select elements, and then within your lines and shapes, you can just go to see all, and you're going to want to select this one. Yep, so it's a little bit rounded. You can use a hard edge depending on the brand that you are creating this for. If it's your own brand, if you want to have, you know, a square box, you can just use the square box. I want to keep this one a bit. Actually, let's use the square box. I feel like since this text is pretty rigid, we'll go ahead and use a square box. So we're just going to want to resize this a little bit, and then what I kind of want to add, we want to add a color so this pops. So let's add this yellow. I think this yellow brings a lot of life to it. And then from there, we're going to want to take the same text again. You want to make sure the branding and the font is all the same. And we're going to change this to shop now. Oh, as we did change the transparency on this text, we're going to want to change it back to 100%. And for me, I don't think this white stands out enough. So what we're going to do is we're going to change it to black, make it pop. Yep, there we go. So boom, simple, straight call to action. One thing I do want to say though is when you are creating multiple emails for your e-commerce store, that you create some sort of document that has branding guidelines, whether that's a color palette, fonts that you use. Make sure everything is aligned and that, you know, future emails that you do send out follow that same characteristics. You don't want to be like you want your branding to be the same. You don't want to be sending a bunch of different types of fonts and colors and images, things like that. So make sure everything is aligned and it looks complete. So next, I think it would be good to add some sort of brief description about the Defender series. So let me just do a little bit of research and see what the Defender series is about. And I will, you know, a lot of times I'll just pull the description that they have on their website. If it's not good enough, then you can make adjustments to it. Like I said, or what I will mention is a lot of this is copywriting. So make sure you get really good at copywriting so you know how to speak to the audience that you're talking to, so you can get them really engaged and hype up to buy this new product. So let me just do a brief research and we can go ahead and get that done. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take what they have as their description on their website, and I'm just going to add a little bit of colors to their text to make sure it pops a little bit better and that we're stressing some specific words so it really catches the benefits of this product. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy and paste in what they have, and it looks like it went in as my font, which is perfect. So we obviously need to resize this. So let's go ahead and drag that. And let's make it a little bit wider so it's in line with this. I feel like we can make it a wide as the picture. There we go. And I feel like this could be a bit bigger. Let's add a little bit of space. So this text says the common ground between versatility and durability, built to look good while handling stress from the most demanding environments and scenarios on Earth. Very good line. I think that we should use it. One thing I will change though is I want to color this in with yellow. Make versatility pop and durability. So it's stressing the benefits of these glasses. Boom. And then for the most part, this is pretty much a simple email. You don't have to get too crazy with it. I mean, people are going to open this email up and scroll. If it either catches their attention, they're going to go ahead and make that purchase or not. Sometimes people do like to see extra product photos. So what you can do is you can bring in another photo of the product to show it off a little bit better, since this is a product launch, and then add a quick call to action. So I'll go ahead and grab another photo from their website and then add another shop now button. So let me go grab that photo. All right, we got that photo. So I'm gonna go ahead and paste it in here. Whoops. There we go. I feel like we can make this a little bit bigger since it's gonna be our last one. Boom. So now you got the photo here and you got the photo here. They have a little bit of a dark vibe to their website, a little darker colors. So that's why it's mostly dark. You can see the shadows. So what we're gonna do now is we are going to use this button and we are going to paste it down here for a one more time call to action. So I say we put it right in here. Make sure it's centered. There we go. And then that's the basics of the setup for these emails. As you can see, everything kind of tailors into this shop now. You can even make this shop now, oops. You can make this shop now a bit smaller. So it really emphasizes that V, everything pointing, boom, straight down to the shop now. So what you want to do is you're just going to name this. We'll do YouTube example. And simply you'll just want to download the file. Boom, boom, boom. Let it download. Okay, so once that's downloaded, you're going to want to go into your Klaviyo account. For now, we'll just be doing this off a campaign, but the same process is pretty much the same process for doing it for flows, but I'll walk you through on how to set up a campaign and how to implement this email. So what you're going to want to do from there is on the left-hand side, just simply hit campaigns. You're going to want on the right-hand side, select create new, and it's going to be an email. So you select email. Campaign name, we'll just do YT example. We're going to send this to, I don't have anyone in here since this is a demo account. We'll just send this to the newsletter. I think it's just my email on there. And we want some tracking on there. Custom tracking is fine. And we'll continue to content. Boom. So we have the subject line. You can put the subject line. I'm not gonna put a subject line because that's not the purpose of this video, but be creative with it, test different subject lines. Like I always say in all my videos, make sure you're always testing to see which one works the best. You can even split test this campaign if you'd like. But for now, you're gonna want to select drag and drop. Now it's gonna bring you to the pre-saved templates of Klaviyo. Ignore them, just go to basic and then go ahead and select the one column. So we're now in the one column template. What you're going to do is you're going to grab the Canva file that we downloaded earlier, and simply you're just going to drag it on to where it says drop file. Boom, and then you'll see this, and there is a little bit of white around here. I like to fill out the whole page, so you can just scroll down before we even get into it. I'm in the way. Fill area, so now the whole email is filled. Now, one thing I will mention, if you're using different links, so say this link say you're launching multiple products and this link is different, you're gonna want to cut the photo here and then re-upload it again and put it in here. I'll show you how to do that real quick. And then you can do the same thing for this link. So let's just say that they're different, okay? So what we're gonna want to do is, once we get this image, this scrolls down, you'll want to select edit image. And then from here, you'll just want to select crop. And then we're just gonna take the first portion. So I think this is gonna be around. So we're just gonna take the first image and we're gonna crop the top part off. Once we go and select the length that we want to cut, we're gonna go ahead and select save. Now you're left with just this. What you can do, and what I typically do, is I cut this front, I cut this header, and you can make this a template if you wanted, it'd save a ton of time. I cut this header right here, and then this just links, when you click on the logo, it'll just link to the home page. But for this example, what we're gonna do is, for this shop now, it looks like a button. It's really not a button. If they click anywhere on this section of the email, it's gonna link them back. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna put in the product link right here, and then you're gonna put in some alt text. So usually the alt text will just be the weight is over the Defender series, and you should be good to go. So now we're missing half of the other email. So you're like, how do we bring that in? Well, you're gonna go here and drag blocks. You're just gonna drag another image right there. And then you're gonna take that file once again, drag it back over. And then we're gonna do the exact same process as we did before. So we're going to fill the area, and then we're gonna edit the image, and we're gonna crop once again. So we cropped right there. So we wanna crop to the bottom. So that should work. Boom. Save it. And now we have it in here. So basically, if you had two different products that you were selling or two different links you wanted to have in there, this would be one link, this would be another link. So let's say this was a different product. We can go ahead and select this. If we clicked on this, it could take us to a new link. Alt text, make sure that you have that alt text in there. It helps with deliverability. And then we're left with the bottom, and the bottom is pretty important. You're gonna want to add some sort of social media links. So luckily enough, Klaviyo has it built in. So what you're gonna do is just click on social links, and you're gonna want to drag that right there. And then you're gonna want to select maybe Instagram, and then maybe you're gonna select Facebook. Now you're like, wow, those icons are pretty ugly. Trust me, they are. You want to select block styles on the left-hand side. You want to put them in the middle, and then you also want to select, you can do inverse, so they show up like that. Maybe you want this to be black, so you can go ahead and select black, so it matches, and then you are good to go. So this is how a basic email will show up or this is how you create a basic email within Klaviyo. If you wanted to preview this, you can go ahead and preview it. Is it not gonna let me? Wow, it's not letting me. Anyways, usually it lets you see this whole thing. I don't know why it's not letting me do that, but you should be able to see that whole thing. Now you can get more in depth depending on what kind of email you're wanting to do. If you wanted to bring in some sort of products that were on the store, pull them in directly, you could do that here, and then you could go ahead and select from whatever your Shopify store is linked up to. It'll automatically bring those products in, and you can play around with the block styles. You can make that button black, or you can make it yellow. Oh, that's bright. But you can play around with it. You can also add some spacers. So let's say when you have one box a little bit too close, or you want to add some separation, you could throw in a little spacer. You can make the spacer a little bit bigger, shorter, whatever it is. Change the color. You can also preview how it'll look on your phone. Let's get rid of that, it's ugly. So you can see this is how it will look when it is sent to someone's mobile device. This is how it will look on the desktop. And then, so I guess since we're already going through the campaign area, we can just go all the way through it. Once you're complete and you're happy with the product that you have, all the links are correct, your email is looking good, you're going to want to go ahead and select save content. So what you'll put in is your subject line, your preview text, and then here's where you can A/B test your email. I need to put a subject line in. Okay. I would never use that subject line. It's just for a test. Here's where you can change. If you wanted to test the subject line, you could change the subject line here for test A, and keep the same one for test B. And you can do it for, so basically it'll select the winning metric. So if you wanted to optimize for the open rate, you can do that. If you wanted to optimize for the click rate, you can do that as well. We'll just select open rate. We'll go ahead and press continue to review. And then what's nice about Klaviyo is they have a little checklist to make sure that you have everything set up and complete to make sure that you're getting the best deliverability and you're not missing out on anything. So from there, you just want to make sure these are all green checked. You'll select schedule and send. You can send it right away, or you can select a time that you want to send it to. So that is the basics of how to create a high converting email within Canva and how to bring it into Klaviyo. Like I said, you want to make sure that all the branding is the same for all these emails that you do create. So I recommend creating a branding document, whether that's the same fonts, the same colors, the logos in there, product images are in there. So it's really accessible. So you can just pull it into Canva, get it organized, get it situated, and you're ready to go. What you can also do is create templates within Klaviyo. So like I said, if you have the header up here and you say you just want to use that header every time or for a specific email, you can just automatically pull that template in and you should be ready to go. Other than that, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and that you guys give this a like and subscribe and leave a comment down below. I'd be really interested to know what kind of techniques or what other software that you use to create these emails. I know a lot of people use Photoshop. I use Photoshop as well. That's if I get really in depth and have to do some high editing. So I'll pull into Photoshop, maybe manipulate the photo a little bit. But for now, just to get started, Canva works perfectly. I use it probably 80% of the time, in Photoshop 20% of the time if I have to do a quick touches on some photos. Other than that, like I said, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and leave that comment down below. I'll be posting again next week, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.